This is Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota.
Welcome to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Today we'll take a look back at Auburn's game at Texas A&M. You'll meet Auburn linebacker Eugene Asante. My sit down with Auburn linebacker safety Will Herring, now a member of the Auburn Sports Network crew, and we'll preview the oldest rivalry in the Deep South, Auburn and Georgia. But first, let's head to the Auburn locker room after Auburn, Texas A&M.
We started the game out a little slow, and I'm talking about my regard. There's a couple plays I had that I can look at the film and try to improve upon. But throughout after the first drive, I believe, I think we settled in a little pretty good and got to half. And I just think we got to continue to fine-tune our details and detail our work and, just try to continue to put our best foot forward. I learned a lot. So, we're going to take it with a growth mindset. Honor what's on film. That's what we put on the tape, and allow the coaches to coach us. That's why they're here, and they have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge for the game, and I'm going to try to soak it up like a sponge. So,
Coach Lack, he always tell us every day, just you never know your number going to be called, so be ready and just make sure he from first string to fifth string, he making sure everybody getting reps in practice, everybody staying locked in, seeing the signal, seeing the plays. So I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Lack, just keeping everybody all the way engaged and stuff. And then also I want to give a big shout out to my big boys up front. They was opening up holes all day, so I wouldn't have been able to do anything today if it wasn't for them. So I appreciate them.
It's a good learning experience for our guys and for ourselves, just to bounce back and be ready to learn. The biggest learning is when you come off a loss. So it's all about the response and how you respond to everything.
Yeah. It was just really, I was on the backside of the play, and a play went away from me, and I was just running to the ball, and K. Lee came in, I believe, made a pretty good hit on the ball, and the ball popped up in the air, and coaches emphasized getting to the football, so trying not to take play off, but just sprinting down the sideline and made a play.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to keep your head up, and until the clock hits 0, the game ain't over. Eugene right here, but he picked up the ball and ran a fumble recovery for a touchdown right whenever it was getting around that time where people were on the sideline feeling like it was over with it. And that one play right there brought back hope. But we still just weren't able to get the job done. But at the end of the day, it's all about the mindset, and you got to fight till the clock says 0. I mean, Coach Freeze been saying all week, once you get in them gates and close them gates up, it ain't no retreating. You got to fight all the way through. So I feel like we did that, but we still got a lot to work on, especially on the offensive side. So we'll get to work, and hopefully we can change things around next week here.
It's going to be, we're just going to come in and continue to get our bodies back right and watch the film and honor what's on film, and like I said, and just, focus on Georgia. We have a lot of things we can learn and improve upon this game, mentally, physically, within the game, just things to improve upon. So I'm going to take it as a challenge on myself, and I hope the defense does as well to continue to improve and just put our best foot forward, because that's what we want to do.
Yeah, it's one of the best rivalries in college football. It ain't no you don't have to have a motivational speaker to get pumped up for this one. We looking forward to it. We respect our opponent, and it's just an opportunity to go get better in practice, get better every day, and have our best foot forward come next Saturday.
Auburn Football Everyday is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Tiger Talk, the official radio show of the Auburn Tigers. Tune in Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central on your local Auburn Sports Network affiliate.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Let's take a look at the highlights. Auburn and Texas A&M, driven by Truckworks.
McPherson is out to kick this away, and we are underway. A low line drive kick, and it goes 7 yards deep in the end zone. Receivers now one in motion. Play action, they throw, the pass is complete, and it's a loss of 4 on the play, back to the 46-yard line. Handoff, and this time, Owens is hit at the line and driven backwards. Play action rolls with pressure, and the ball is nearly intercepted. Double wide receivers right and left, Wigman from the gun. With time, now pressure. Wigman in trouble and taken down, back at the 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Jarquez, bounces outside, tries to get to the corner, does 35. And a first down for Jarquez Hunter. Good second, third efforts. Auburn hands it. Jarquez, 45, 50 across midfield. Jarquez, a first down carry to the A&M 48-yard line. Second down for Auburn. Handoff to Damari Alston. Head forward, head down. First down for Auburn. Damari Alston carrying tacklers with him down to the 32-yard line of Texas A&M. Owens the carry, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Goes down at the 40-yard line. Thorne to throw. They rush 4. Thorne's going to run it. Nope, he throws it. It's to the boundary near midfield. It's complete. Tigers get the play off. Hand off to Batee to the 40. First down carry down to the 36. Thorne under center. Nope, fake pitch. It's a bootleg. Thorne will run it. Thorne dives and he has the first down. Snap down. Kick is away. It has the distance. It is good from 53 yards. Play action. Johnson rolls. He's got a man wide open. That's going to be a touchdown for A&M. Right down the sideline, Jake Johnson with the touchdown. Johnson drops the throw right up the seam to the goal line, and it is caught for a touchdown. Johnson to throw, flushed out of the pocket by Cam Riley, and Riley runs him down back at the 28.
That's what we need right there. Cam Riley coming from that linebacker position.
Handoff goes to Owens, tries to get outside, flag down, ball is loose, it's caught. It's Eugene Asante. Eugene Asante may go the distance. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Eugene Asante, touchdown Auburn. Ravi Ashford on the run. Ashford gets out to the 20-yard line. He gets the first down for the Tigers. A&M brings the blitz. Jarquez runs away from it. Jarquez to the sideline, 30, 40, he's to the 45, midfield, and a first down for Auburn. They knock him out of bounds at the 49. A hot afternoon in the SEC opener at College Station. Texas A&M beats Auburn. The final score today, Texas A&M 27 and Auburn 10.
Championship moments. Celebrating Auburn's 1983, 93, and 2013 football teams is presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. The undefeated Tigers entered the 1993 edition of the Deep South's oldest rivalry as underdogs. Auburn came out strong. And the Tiger defense clamped down to prevent a Georgia comeback.
Ball is intercepted on the side from 30, 35, 40.
James Bostic earned SEC Player of the Week honors after rushing for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Here's the toss sweep, Bostic, and great tackles, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's going to go all the way, 41 yards, touchdown Auburn!
The win guaranteed that Auburn would finish with the best record in the SEC in 1993.
At Auburn, a spirit that is not afraid meets work, hard work. We're not just learners, we're doers. From classroom to career, an Auburn education changes lives, changes communities, changes the world. We build leaders to shape the future. This is who we are. This is Auburn at Work.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday. Let's work. That's the signature phrase for Eugene Asante. The flight introduces you to the Auburn junior linebacker. Coming soon to WarEagle Plus.
Let's work! Let's work!
For junior linebacker Eugene Asante, his passion is not an act, but a habit driving excellence. Growing up in the suburbs of D.C., he's kept this zeal for the game he loves. First stopping in Carolina, then making his journey down to the Plains.
I started out my college career at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, which was ultimately a really good experience for me. And it got to my junior year, and it just, some things were happening. I wasn't playing as much as I really wanted to, and the coaches kind of saw that. And I told them I was going to transfer and try to look for a different opportunity. They supported me, and they did everything they can to help me get my film out. And ultimately, got an Auburn offer. I came on my official visit, and I really just liked what I seen. I liked the environment. I was just excited. I was excited to be a part of something like that, the Auburn culture. And then ultimately, I'm just grateful to be here and be a part of this team and have this staff around us.
Just 1 month after arriving on the Plains, Eugene's father, Paul, passed away.
It was a really hard thing for me because, I know how much my dad was excited for me to come play at Auburn. Just even in the last conversation I had with my dad we talked about, he's like, man, I'm really excited to see you play this year. I actually have a voicemail of him on my phone when I was in high school. And it was of him saying that he couldn't come to my game because he had something in terms of like an operation or something. And he's like, I'll be there in spirit, bring home the win. I listen to those before I get my games, and it really encourages me, it really motivates me, it really puts me in the headspace to, go out there and just cut it loose, because I know that ultimately he's looking down on me and just excited to see his son flourish.
Asante can run east and west. He's fast. This guy can run sideline to sideline. Eugene Asante having a big game right now, Andy. He read that out very, very well right there. Great job by Eugene.
6 tackles, 1.5 for loss, and a half sack last week for Asante, and he has picked up where he left off last week.
Practice, we've all seen Gene just be the fastest, most explosive guy on the field, so we were just kind of waiting for it to break out, and we knew he had it in him, and it was really, really fun to watch just how fast and physical and passionate he played. Eugene made a ton of incredible plays, and plays that people on Sunday make, so that was something that was really fun to watch, and I'm really proud of Eugene for that.
And just as an artist would acknowledge a job well done, a performer must take a bow.
I did it one time in practice. I broke up a pass on one of our tight ends, and then it was like a staple of mine. So actually one play in practice, the tight end that I broke the pass up on scored a touchdown on me, and he came up to me and took a bow. So it was like, man, it was really like I had to lock in, because I guess that was what I was being known for, taking a bow. So it's kind of really like my thing.
Get to the ball! Get to the ball!
The energy, that's really where it comes from. I'm just grateful to the staff to be able to go out there and play the game I love. I don't take it for granted. I try not to take it for granted. I'm just excited to even have the opportunity to do what I do. And I thank the staff for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to play out there.
Auburn Football Everyday is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. And by WarEagle Plus, coming this fall.
WarEagle Plus. It's your team on your time. WarEagle Plus takes you inside the plains with premium content you'll find nowhere else.
Do this for Auburn!
In-depth features, interviews, and the stories of Auburn women and men as they fly down the field. Auburn wins! And soar on to victory. Coming soon, more of your Auburn Tigers with WarEagle Plus.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday. Recently, I sat down with Auburn former linebacker and safety Will Herring. He's now a member of the Auburn Sports Network crew. Very glad to have with us former Auburn safety linebacker, now a member of the Auburn Sports Network crew and in the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame, former Auburn football player Will Herring. WarEagle.
WarEagle, buddy. Thank you for having me on.
Glad to have you here.
Yes, sir. And thank you for the opportunity to come alongside y'all and join the team. I'm fired up. You know, y'all tried to run Ronnie off, and he refused to go. So we're tag teaming it now, and excited about being on the road some with you guys and J Cam obviously and the crew. It's gonna be fun.
Your experience at Auburn is an interesting one for me, just from a position standpoint, because you were a big safety. I mean, you looked more like a linebacker than a safety. When was that decision made that you were going to be in the secondary rather than playing up at linebacker?
To my memory, Coach Chiz was here at Auburn. I think my first year was his first year. Okay. I think we had Lovick the year before, but you know, I had played quarterback, so I'm still in that offensive mindset. So when Coach Tubbs told me athlete, in my mind, I'm thinking receiver, to be honest, because I believe it or not, I can run and I can catch. When I saw the recruiting class of receivers they brought in, Courtney Taylor, Devin Aromashadu, Ben Obo, Anthony Mix, I didn't want to play receiver anymore. You know, I wanted to play defensive back.
Right. When did it click for you? When did you start to realize I want to make it? I can excel at this relatively new position for me. Anything
worth earning, worth fighting for, is worth working for, and to roll out there and be a contributor on defense, it doesn't just happen overnight. But the spring game of going into my redshirt freshman year, I was out there with the scrubs the last quarter and a half, and I had a few good tackles. I had a big hit. I had an interception. They named me the defensive player of the game. And, you know, like, there's nobody even in the stands in the fourth quarter. So, like, it didn't mean much to anybody. To be honest, I'm not sure that it meant anything to any of the coaches. But to me, and as a young man, the confidence that it gave me at that point in time, like, okay, like, I can do this. And I mean, I still went into that training camp in August as a third teamer. Worked my way up to a backup role going into the season. And then 3 games into my redshirt freshman year, the guy in front of me got hurt, and I went out there and you know, was able to hold on to the starting job for the next 40-something games.
We're thrilled to have you part of our crew. I can't tell you how much we look forward to see how this develops as part of our crew. We're glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me, and thank you for having me on today.
WarEagle.
WarEagle, bud.
WarEagle Plus. It's your team on your time. WarEagle Plus takes you inside the planes with premium content you'll find nowhere else.
Do this for Auburn!
In-depth features, interviews, and the stories of Auburn women and men as they fly down the field. Auburn wins! And soar on to victory. Coming soon, more of your Auburn Tigers with WarEagle Plus.
Welcome back to Auburn Football Everyday, driven by Toyota. Next up for Auburn, the oldest rivalry in the Deep South, the Tigers in Georgia.
Man, but excited to be back home to play one of the gold standards in college football right now with what Coach Smart has done there. And in his 8th season, he's got it rolling. And so it'll be a great test for us. Thank God we're at Jordan-Hare. I know it will be electric. And we're going to get the kids that are healthy enough. We're going to get them ready to play and compete in this game. It's the oldest rivalry in the South for sure. I don't know about nationally, but it's. Am I saying that correctly? So I don't sense that it has. I better not. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I'm new here. But I don't sense the hatred that is in some other rivalries that I've been a part of, but nonetheless, I think it's intense. Okay, well, I'll find out. You know, I'm not big on hate. I'm really not. I'm big on just, man, this means something to so many people, so we should compete in a way out of love for our people, not necessarily for hate for other people. That's kind of the way operate. But, man, I hope we compete because we love Auburn, and it means something to the Auburn people to compete against Georgia. So that'll be my approach. We're still. I know people don't like to hear it. People want success now. They want you to win now every single game, and I get all of that. This is not my first rodeo with taking over a program that has struggled, and certainly not at all phased and hungrier than ever to move forward and get better, and we will. Some of that's going to help in recruiting, but that in the meantime, you got to get the ones you have better, and that's our job. And for us to be all over the map, one week we throw effectively RPOs, and the next week we don't. Why? Why is that? And we've got to figure that out. I think we've got to get more swagger on the offensive side, and like that. The most positive guy by far to this point has been Luke Deal. I think he's the one that has a good grasp on how this league plays out, how difficult these games are, and how challenging they are for 60 minutes, and how you can have 3 bad possessions in a row. We're not the only ones that have those, but yet you have to maintain this positive attitude that the next one could be the one that matters, and he's been definitely that. For the offensive side, for sure.
The game kicks off at 2:30. Our coverage on the Auburn Sports Network begins at 11:30. And we'll talk to you again next on Auburn Football Every Day, driven by Toyota.